Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear, and I wanted to show you all a rifle I don't think that I've shown in prior videos. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I was going through some stuff that I have set aside, maybe in case of an emergency, and some food and some water and other supplies, clothes, things of that nature, and of course I have a few firearms included in that. And since I've been making some videos discussing the defensive rifle, I thought this would be an interesting rifle to show you folks. And here it is. You're not going to probably be able to see the whole thing, but at any rate, this is a Polytech AK Hunter type of rifle. All right. Now, I got this thing a long time ago, and I really didn't know anything. I didn't even know that it was a Polytech until recently. But I bought it used, and I would have to say that it was barely used. Okay. Someone that I worked with had bought the rifle, really liked the rifle, but he got himself into a little bit of a fix, and he needed some money. And I'm ashamed to admit how little I paid for this rifle. At any rate, I gave him a caveat, and that I told him that he could buy the rifle back for the same amount of money. And he just never got around to doing it. So I've had this rifle since the mid-90s, and it's all in all, it's been a very good rifle. Now, to tell you a little bit about it, I have a friend of mine that knows a great deal about AK-47s and all the different types of variants that are out there. He really knows a lot of detail about them. And he told me, he was looking at these, one of the indications was that it has the numbers 386 in an oval and not a circle, and that meant something to him. And some of the parts that were used, like the hammer, gold hammer or something of that nature, colored hammer, and some of the other fixtures of the rifle, he said that makes it a Polytech. And I was like, okay, which that really didn't mean a whole lot to me either. But one thing that I will say is, it's an outstanding shooting rifle. On a very good day for me, when I'm doing everything right and holding my mouth just right, I've gotten groups as small as 1.5 inches, 5-shot groups. But in general, most of the time, it consistently shoots under 2-inch groups. So it's an outstanding shooting AK. Now, some of the features is that it does have a longer barrel. As you will notice, it is a 20-inch barrel, and it is chrome lined. You'll notice that there's no type of muzzle device on the end of it. It has a different looking gas system than you're used to seeing on an AK, right? My friend was telling me that this was kind of built to mimic the Valmet rifle, and that is a very high quality rifle. And I wish I had one. I had an opportunity to buy one time, and I just didn't want to spend that much money for it. But this is chambered in 7.62 by 39, and it does use standard AK-47 magazines. Here's a 30 rounder, and I think when I got it, it came with two 10-round magazines. I'm pretty sure this rifle came along or came into being because of the importation bans that were put into place. If some of you folks know about the Mac 90s and things of that nature. But it does have a milled receiver, and it has interesting looking open sights. I'll show you that for a little bit. You'll notice this post sight here that's sitting at the end of the gas system. And on the dust cover, you'll notice that it has a rear sight, and that has a peep sight in there, and it is adjustable. Now, in order to keep this dust cover stable so that the peep sight would be something that you really could use, if you notice at the end that you'll see this collar is kind of bolted in, and it goes all the way around. It's bolted into that milled receiver, and it really does hold it in tight. In order for you to disassemble the rifle, you do have to take the bolts out of that collar, and then it just basically breaks down like any other AK that you've ever used. Now, it does have a scope mount, a detachable scope mount, and if you look right there, you'll see it. This is also Chinese made. Now, the scope mount came with the rifle, but I put this scope on there. I think I took it off of a 22 rifle that I used for squirrel hunting. It's an older Redfield scope. It's 4 times magnification, and all in all, it's been a pretty good match with this rifle. With this side-mounted scope mount, you can use your iron sights. It has a good clear view of the iron sights, and I tell you, I used to have this SKS. It was a Chinese SKS that was manufactured to also use AK-47 magazines. I remember I got 3 30-round magazines from when I bought the rifle, and you know, I really liked that rifle. I had to, you know, buy that piece that you put on the back end of it to make it a little bit longer, but I really liked that rifle, and I ended up selling it because this rifle shot so much better, and it was just a better all-around rifle. You know, the stock is longer, and it's not quite what I would like it to be, but it's pretty close. You know, it's hard to get a rifle that really fits good to me because of my height. It has an outstanding trigger. Now, I've had Polytech AKs, and this has to be the best trigger that I've ever had on any type of AK, whether it be European or Chinese made, which are the 2 types that I've owned. And I tell you what, I don't know if that guy that owned it before me had some work done to it or not, but it is just an outstanding trigger. Now, I know that you know, one of the things that people talk about Polytechs is they have a very smooth bolt, and this one does. It exhibits that as well. And you know what? When talking about a defensive rifle and you're interested in something, an intermediate cartridge, and maybe you want something that just doesn't look so tactical, this would make an outstanding rifle. It might fit the need that you're thinking of. You know, a lot of people like, and me, myself included, like Ruger Mini 14s, for instance, because they don't have that tactical look about them of a AR or an AK or an FNFAL or an HK brand of firearms, whatever the case may be. So this offers you a little something that has all of that AK durability with enhanced accuracy of any AK that I own, including my custom Krebs. This rifle shoots extremely well. So I thought I'd show it to you guys and let you take a look at it. You know, I don't know what's really available out there right now. I don't know. It's going to take a while for the manufacturers to recover. It's going to take a while for importers to recover a lot of the firearms that have been sold in these last few months. But if you come across something like this right here, something that was obviously made because of the last assault weapons ban and importation bans, you might want to give it a second look. It might do you a very good job I would have no problem if this were my defensive rifle. I would not feel like I was somehow hampered in any way because I didn't have a standard looking AK or an AR-15. And with some magazines, man, outstanding rifle. Just an outstanding rifle. All right, folks, I thought I would share this with you, let you take a look at it. Sometimes we might have to get a little bit creative because of the market. And I know that Polytechs are generally kind of expensive. I don't know if this particular rifle, the Hunter models of the Polytech, hold that same value or not. But at any rate, it's an outstanding rifle, and it would make a fine choice for a defensive rifle. All right, folks, that's really all I wanted to show y'all. I certainly appreciate you watching my videos. And remember to shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.